What is the best weight loss advice you can give someone? Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy. Thanks. Story 1. Quit drinking alcohol and sugary beverages and walk for 20 to 40 minutes a day. Story 2. Focus on lifestyle changes. Find exercise that you enjoy, whether it's boxing or walking or kayaking. Make yes and meals. Have the mac and cheese but add broccoli and eat that first. Deprivation and self-hate are not good recipes for success. Know your body is worthy now and in the future, and it's okay to nourish yourself. Story 4. Find something you can live with. Nearly all diets work in the short run, but if you can't stick with eating nothing but salad for the rest of your life, you're going to go back to how things were before and gain it all back. Find something you can live with forever. Story 5. Caloric deficit. That's the only real advice there is. Story 6. Don't focus so much on the short term, but the long term. Don't quit if you don't see results right away. Nothing happens overnight. Story 7. Sugar is fucking poison. Don't worry about fat. Worry about simple carbs and sugar intake. Story 8. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing good enough. Can't finish a 5-mile run, it's okay. You did your best. You'll try again, and you'll get better. Is changing your whole diet too daunting? That's understandable. Start with little things, like replacing chips, candy with nuts as a snack. Anxious about going to a gym, work out at home. Push-ups, crunches, squats, etc. are great for maintaining some strength. Jumping jacks and high knees are great for cardio, and none of these require equipment. And keep a water bottle with you all the time. Staying hydrated throughout the day helps your body feel good. Feeling good can help a lot with motivation. You don't have to spend hundreds or alter your entire life to make significant progress. Story 10. Be consistent, slow and damp, steady wins the race. Story 11. Deleted. Story 12. A few years ago I embarked on a weight loss journey after being hospitalized due to bad habits. I lost 50 pounds on a plan that I recommended to a number of friends who were struggling with their weight. It was called, Stop Fucking Eating So Much. Seriously, stop fucking eating so much. Call it sicko or whatever, but just stop fucking eating so much. Cut out snacks. Control your portion sizes. Before you grab that frozen meal from the grocery store, take the time to read the label. Spoiler alert, that healthy choice or lean cuisine meal is neither healthy nor lean. In fact, stay out of the frozen food aisle at the grocery store altogether. Story 14. Find something sustainable. Story 15. I have a problem with binge eating at night. I've started eating an avocado a day and I find that I don't eat nearly as much and I don't get the nighttime munchies anymore. It's got other great benefits as well. Sometimes I mix it with tomatoes and cucumbers for extra vitamins. Both tomatoes and avocado are anti-inflammatory foods as well. Lots of benefits. Story 17. Life heavyweight. I'm a female. This actually made me small. I wish more women would lift and drink a lot of water. Story 18. The trick isn't taking the weight off, it's keeping it off. Story 19. Install an app like Chronometer or MyFitnessPal to monitor your caloric intake and make sure you have a caloric deficit. The app will calculate how much calories you can consume based on your weekly weight loss goal. Also, start lifting weights and start building more muscle mass. Muscles requires more energy than fat, so this will help you lose weight even faster than if you just do cardio. Use the Caliber app to guide you on weightlifting, resistance training. Story 21. Eat less and move more. Story 22. 1. Have a daily calorie deficit. Burn more calories than you consume to have the right mix of carbs versus protein versus fat. 3. Have a way to be active on a daily basis. Story 23. The moment you have the thought you should get up and lose weight, get up and go for a walk. Story 24. Start with a comprehensive blood test for vitamins. Check your hormones. Story 25. Drink a lot of water. Story 26. Starving yourself for ridiculous beauty standards is not healthy. Eat adequate and healthy, not unhealthy and less. Story 27. Say I'm full sooner and more often. Story 28. Count your calories. Story 29. It's not much, and it might be bad advice, but replace dinner with beans and tuna. The mercury is probably bad, so lean more heavily on the beans, even if it's not every day. This, along with no longer eating cakes or snack foods, lost me 50 pounds in under a year. Obviously, exercising is good too, and walks can help with the boredom eating craving I used to get. I don't really eat breakfast, and I let lunch be fair game for whatever I wanted because I still had all day to burn it. I'm not totally insane, though, and would allow myself to eat sugar for snacks, gummies, or a lollipop would last a long time for the amount of calories it is, but I stopped eating bready, fatty things like cake, snacks, and even chips. It sounds crazy, but I lost a lot of weight doing this. Once I hit the weight I wanted, I reintroduced real dinners, but I was still very conscious of what I was eating for snacks, especially at night. Count your calories and keep tight records. Adjust your intake until the number on the scale is regularly trending downward. Weigh in weekly or every other week, never more often than that. Do whatever else you want to do, but if you aren't doing everything above, then you already failed. There is zero compromise there. Do what I detailed above at the minimum or face certain failure. For your safety, please do not go under 1200 calories a day. If you get lightheaded standing up to fast and this only started after you began your diet, then you likely either aren't eating enough, aren't drinking enough water, or are missing key nutrients from your diet. Download and use calories calculator. Start exercising with the instructor. The goal is to enjoy the exercises. You won't get far on your willpower alone. Don't get fixated on your weight progression. Again, the goal is to change the lifestyle. Otherwise, you will hit some number, relax, and regain all the weight. No extreme diets. Make sure you eat well since you are going to exercise. Sleep well. Start a mood tracking diary and see what works best for you. Story 33. Realize that whatever change you make needs to be something you can live with the rest of your life. Sometimes it's moving more. Finding a hobby that moves you around a bit doesn't have to be a treadmill or a weight bench. It can be a basketball hoop, a batting cage, or a pond you walk around. Sometimes it's eating a little better. Something simple to work on that so many people partake of is soda. It should be a treat, like a slice of cake, not something to accompany every meal, snack, and slight thirst to quench. Even if it's sugar-free, the carbonic acid will fucking destroy your tooth enamel. This includes energy drinks, literally and figuratively. If you're just starting a weight loss journey, you're not going to convince yourself to carry on by brutalizing your body one time and needing so much recovery that by the time you're ready to go again you've lost motivation. I found just a small amount of walking added to my schedule every day has drastically improved my metabolism, appetite, energy levels, and I've lost a significant amount of weight in the 3 months that this has been implemented. Don't get me wrong, I've built myself up to going on decent length runs, but the easiest way to convince yourself to not exercise is to over-exercise. Left foot, right foot, you've got this. Story 35. Work on yourself first, as honestly as you can. I could spend time telling you all about calorie counting and weightlifting, and those were a lot of help. But, for me, I never would have lost 50 pounds if I hadn't taken the time to figure out what inner need I was trying to meet with all the extra food. I was eating more and still not feeling any better. I was depressed, hated my body, had horrible self-esteem, and associated food with comfort and love. I observed my own thoughts and behavior, did online research, read books, and tried to practice the advice I found. All that took time to change, but as I worked on it, it was easier to eat less. Building healthier habits, such as weightlifting, helped me feel better about myself. One healthy habit feeds into another. I still struggle with my mental health, but I'm much better than I was. Story 37. Amputation is quickest. Story 38. Take Ozempic. Story 39. Put down the fork. Very simple yet so hard. You don't have to clean your plate. Eat until you are no longer hungry and stop. Don't survive on fast food either. A happy meal is a small meal for an adult, but it's just junk. Story 40. Consider a vegetarian diet or Mediterranean diet. Drink water. Be patient. Losing weight takes time, so don't get discouraged. Weigh once per week, same day, same time, best in the morning. You can do this. Story 41. Food diary, so you can see exactly what you eat, how much and when. You might be surprised. Make changes based on that. 1 hour a day, that's all you need to get in a decent workout, whether walking or lifting or aerobics. Story 42. Eat less. It's actually that easy. Story 43. The single most important thing, *, don't stop moving when you get home, *. Don't sit down and watch TV, or read, or whatever. Keep moving until it's time to sit down for dinner, then keep moving until it's time to go to bed. Do the laundry, water the plants, mow the yard, change the sheets, vacuum the goddamn stairs. God, I hate that part. Sounds awful, but not only are you remaining in motion, you are accomplishing things. The satisfaction is addictive. It gets to the point where when you do finally sit down, You wonder, is there one more thing I could do? If you aren't willing to stop drinking alcohol, switch it out. I was actively losing weight, but not quickly, and I wasn't willing to not drink. I kicked the wine habit. Never liked beer, so that wasn't an issue. Switched it out for vodka, seltzer, lime juice. I was tracking my weight on my phone and also Apple Watch, a delightful little asshole who reminds you can still do it, to get in your physical activity for the day. And the day I stopped drinking wine, my weight nosedived over the course of 9 to 12 months. Even now, I don't drink wine in the house unless it's a special occasion. I'll drink it outside the house, but I'm a hermit, so that's rare. And lastly, if you can manage what I refer to as lazy intermittent fasting. I call it lazy because some days I just can't. But basically, eat something hearty and full of complex carbs, protein, a little bit of fat in the morning that will keep you full almost all day. Then try to eat nothing until dinner. Some days, I couldn't. I'm in maintenance mode at the moment, and also, winter. Hard to stay in motion when it's cold AF. But it worked very well for me. A breakfast that was filling, then nothing until dinner. And bonus points, I didn't worry so much about what I was eating for dinner because I hadn't eaten since. It was hard for a couple of weeks but became a habit quickly. And I didn't have to count calories or carbs, or anything else. But honestly, just keep moving. If you don't believe me, check out my profile and you'll see a side-by-side pic. A year and a day apart now to and 3 plus 1 day years ago. Story 45. Caloric deficit of 300 to 500 day. Macros focusing on 30 to 35% proteins. Intermittent fasting 17/7, 7 days a week if you're under 40, every other day if you're over 40. If you really want to burn the fat, work out fasted.